Tuesday presented by Progressive. This is the SEC on ESPN. Welcome to Coleman Coliseum in Tuscaloosa this evening. We've got a couple of 12-9 teams looking to separate from the pack of the SEC. Tennessee taking on Alabama tonight. Both with 4-4 records. Look at teams 4 through 10, separated by just a game. We've hit the midway mark of the conference season, and it's time for one of these teams to pick up a resume-boosting win tonight. With the former Vanderbilt star, Barry Booker, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. Alabama has won 8 of 12. Joe Lunardi says it's one of the next 4 teams out. It's got to go to work if it wants to bolster the resume.
Yeah, Alabama, they've got 5 games at home coming down the stretch, 5 on the road, and they have opportunities against Auburn at home, at Mississippi State, and at Auburn, games that they can win. I think the Tide will go 7-3 coming down the stretch and get in.
Now, this Tide team has leaned on the dynamic scoring duo of Kyra Lewis and John Petty. It's turned into a terrific trio. When you add in Jaden Shackelford, the freshman has gone for 20 points in back-to-back games.
Yeah, Jaden Shackelford has improved as this season has gone on. He's shooting 40% from three-point range during conference play and making 4.5 threes per game. He's outstanding. Those 3 are going to be a handful on the perimeter with Alabama's up-tempo style.
The Californian is not shy in terms of letting it go. He has taken 27 threes over the last 2 games. He has made 10 of them. Look out for number 5 in the white as he tries to galvanize Alabama over the course of the final 10 games of the season. Tennessee and Alabama playing without 2 key starters. Injuries in February in college basketball. It's about that time. No Herb Jones for the Tide and no Josiah James for Tennessee. Those 2 have combined to start 39 games this season. And here we go, Barry. In the white, it's Alabama with possession. Tennessee in the orange. And it's a turnover on possession number 1.
And that has been a problem for the Crimson Tide. They want to play up-tempo, but sometimes they lose patience and turn it over.
They score at such a high rate, but 15.5 turnovers a game. He's one of the bottom 50 teams in the country. What a rejection from Kyra Lewis. Uroš Plavšić with the first look for Tennessee. Pons can't follow. It's going to stay here and ricochet off of an Alabama player.
The challenge for Alabama, the size that Tennessee will throw at Nate Oates' club.
There's the 45-year-old from Watertown, Wisconsin. You asked him politely earlier, Coach, how you doing? He looked at his watch and said, well, it's 65 degrees and sunny in January. I'm doing just fine. The temperature is half of that in Buffalo right now with snow coming on Friday. He took Buffalo to unprecedented heights. The 32 wins last year for the Bulls, a school record. And he got the offer to coach in the SEC. Nice cut from Javian Davis. Had a fine afternoon on Saturday. Went for 11 points against Arkansas. He has the Tide on the board.
Jaden Shackelford undeterred. He had the turnover the last time he tried to throw that pass. Squeezed that one through for 2 for Bama.
Really does not look like a freshman. He contests here, but Santiago Vescovi, the other first-year player, first semester player, check that, with the basket for the Vols.
Santiago Vescovi, a great story from Uruguay. Playing significant minutes as a starting point guard for Tennessee.
Well, he enrolled in late December. Started a game less than a week later. There's an Alabama player down on the other side, Javian Davis. Now, no whistle to stop play because Tennessee was on a break out there. And after the Tide regather, then came the whistle. Davis is wincing. He was reaching for one of his knees. That's what he was favoring. I did not catch which one.
Well, he's got that brace on that right knee. Looks like he's limping a bit on that, but it may be something else. Hard to tell there. Maybe, I don't know. It could be a hand. Not sure.
In comes Galen Smith. Alex Reese with his first 3. He's the marksman from beyond the arc. Smith makes an immediate difference on that offensive rebound. And Lewis with his first basket.
Kyra Lewis Jr. slicing down the lane. Alabama They score in a hurry. They're not interested in time of possession. They get it up fast.
Here they go.
Coach Rick Barnes telling us today, job number one, get back on defense and slow the Crimson Tide down.
And is at the top of the scouting report for every team that plays Alabama. Lewis. Kyra scores a little more than 16 points per game for Alabama, the sophomore from Meridianville, Alabama.
Nice pass by John Petty to set up that jumper. Just couldn't get it down.
Here's the redshirt freshman from Serbia. Plavsic has missed his first 2 looks.
Tennessee has that size, but Alabama willing to take their chances with man-to-man coverage on those big guys.
Rick Barnes got some good news when Plavsic, the 7-footer, was ruled eligible last month. More than 700 career wins for the 2019 Naismith Coach of the Year. He started that tally at George Mason. That was his first job in the late 80s. Just 2 seasons before that, he was here as an assistant on Wimp Sanderson's staff at Alabama.
For the 86 season.
Jordan Bowden off the mark. Well, Tennessee could use a fast start from Bowden. John Petty, one of the best 3-point shooters, not just in the SEC, but in the country as well. Vescovi misses.
Pace tilting toward Bama. We're up-tempo both directions.
Alex Reese for 3. Petty has done a fine job of the offensive glass of late, and he sets up Shackelford.
Well, I love the way Alabama moves the basketball, find those shooters at the 3-point line on the inside-out plays. Shackelford, the beneficiary.
John Fulkerson with the answer.
Fulkerson has become a very good scorer inside for Tennessee. He's the 6th man tonight, just in off the bench, getting a big basket inside for Tennessee.
Double figures in 5 of his last 6. And this is a backcourt violation. Take a breath. Back and forth we go. Alabama by 2. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Progressive Insurance. Get slam dunk savings today. Visit progressive.com. And in part by Snickers. The world's a better place when satisfied.
I switched to Miralax for my constipation. Stimulant laxatives forcefully stimulate the nerves in your colon. Miralax works with the water in your body to unblock your system naturally. And it doesn't cause bloating, cramping, gas, or sudden urgency. Miralax. Look for the pink cap.
You like potato.
And you like potato. I like tomato.
I like tomato.
But we'll never call the whole thing off. I'm finding it hard to stay on top of things.
A faster laptop could help. Plus, tech support to stay worry-free.
Worry-free. Boom.
Boom!
Get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
Your devices keep tons of data about you. When on public Wi-Fi, you might be exposing it to random strangers. Connect to NordVPN and keep your online data secure and private. Download now.
Robinhood believes now is the time to do money, without the commission fees and account minimums, so you can start investing wherever you are, even on the bus. Download now and get your first stock on us. Robinhood.
A Sonic Blockbuster season continues Saturday at 6 on ESPN.
Welcome back to the SEC on ESPN. We've got the 149th matchup of Tennessee and Alabama on the hardwood inside Coleman Coliseum. The Tide sitting at 12-9. Barry, it got off to that rocky 4-5 start, has since won 8 of 12. Alabama is trending in the right direction. They have been sitting on Joe Lunardi's bubble the last several weeks. He's got 10 games left to go to work after a tough loss on Saturday to Arkansas that snapped an 8-game home win streak in this building.
With the new head coach, Nate Oates, coming down from Buffalo, Crimson Tide adjusting to the up-tempo style that Coach Oates wants to play, and Alabama improving as this season has gone along. 83 points per game. They are a handful to handle, and I think they are one of the better teams in the SEC. They got to catch some breaks, though. Got to finish and win some of these games, not just play them close.
Yep. Back-to-back losses to Arkansas and then LSU. And Nate Oates was saying that after the loss to Arkansas, we've got to maintain the effort and the focus for all 40 minutes so we can close out a game like Saturday against Arkansas.
Well, tonight they got a rebound. Tennessee has so much more size, and the rebounding battle may determine the outcome of this game or the turnover situation. That's 5 now for Bama.
Bowden leaves it short. Kyra Lewis, boy, he had only gotten back to half court. Makes it easy on the catch and run. There's his second bucket.
Contesting that shot, so he leaked out after he got a hand up. John Petty able to pitch it ahead. Easy basket for Alabama.
Tennessee, on the other hand, has lost 3 in a row. Is sitting in good position at 12-6. But it has also played a good half, but not a full game. Foul drawn by Pons.
Alabama, they like to score in a hurry. It's average of 15 seconds per possession. That one was 3 seconds from shot clock reset to Alabama scoring at the other end of the court. They like to play fast, and Tennessee has to prevent that.
Oh, that is Nate Oates' style. Wants to run. It's a supersonic pace. He wants layups, three-pointers, free throws.
That is the modern method of basketball, the 77.5 possessions per game, slightly under 15 seconds per possession. If Alabama can hang in there on the backboards, they have a really good chance to win this one tonight.
James Bolden is back after consecutive games out of the lineup. They hit the backboard.
Bolden trying to find his rhythm, had the illness that caused him to miss a couple of games. He'll be on a minute's limit tonight. But Alabama not deep at all. Neither of these teams very deep.
There was a foul on Forbes, by the way, that has us going back in Tennessee's direction. Well, Bolden is an excellent defensive player. It is a luxury to have him back, the 5th-year senior from Kentucky. Drew Pember off the mark, Smith the board. Petty slashes in. 2 free throws.
Don't blink when Alabama gets the basketball. It is going to go at the rim in a hurry. Crimson Tide pushing it down the court. And John Petty, who has played really well against Tennessee. Coach Barnes said he thinks John Petty enjoys seeing these ball uniforms. He has been dynamite against Tennessee.
30 points in last year's matchup. So later tonight over on ESPN, another great SEC game. Look out for Mississippi State. It's won 5 straight SEC games against 15th ranked Kentucky, who just fell to Auburn inside Rockin' Auburn Arena on Saturday. So that is at 9 Eastern on ESPN, also on the ESPN app.
Well, those bullies, so talented. They're starting to play some good basketball, led by Reggie Perry.
I mean, he is cementing his case for SEC Player of the Year. 6 double-doubles already in conference play. And 5 of the 20-point 10-rebound variety.
Yeah, he is certainly among the very best big men in the Southeastern Conference.
Forbes walked. It's turnover number 6 for Alabama.
Yeah, it's what Coach Oates was concerned about. It happened on Saturday against Arkansas. Alabama struggled to handle the basketball, and the turnover showing up again here against Tennessee tonight.
Barry, we can't understate the importance of this game. Tennessee has fallen off the quote-unquote bubble, if you will, the last several weeks. It's lost 3 in a row. But the goal for both of these teams is tournament. And with no questions asked. 10 games left for each squad. A little run can certainly put you back in the discussion. Yves Pons, count it.
Man, athleticism. Yves Pons getting up above the rim. Look at this, Pons, the lefty, going left to the strong hand, getting to the basket. Look at how high he is, taking that contact. And the iron, very kind here in Tuscaloosa.
The elevation. The junior from France would not be denied during that sequence. Pons has taken a huge step forward from 2 points per game a year ago to more than 11. And not only Rick Barnes, but every assistant coach on that staff says his consistency and work ethic far and away better than everybody else on this roster. It's a foul on Vescovi. Corner 3, Forbes, splash.
Textbook offense for Alabama. Kyra Lewis Jr. on the drive. Forbes, the easy inside-out three-pointer, wide open.
First foul whistled on Bolden. Well, that's a freshman in Forbes that rarely has had those first couple looks go down. That can really galvanize his confidence.
Yeah, he's a shooter. Takes a lot of three-point shots, but hadn't made very many of them. It's very exciting to see him make one if you're a Crimson Tide fan.
2 triples for Alabama, which makes on average 10 or 11 a game. After the turnover, Shackelford. You had Pons looming. Left that shot short.
Yeah, Shackelford, freshman mistake on that play. Drove into a big crowd. And all the Tennessee players came to him. A pass out to the perimeter would have created a great scoring opportunity on that last trip.
Another traveling violation. So that's the second time we have seen the guard whistle for the walk, essentially at the top of the key before taking the dribble.
Yeah, trying to put the shot fake on and then take off. The officials paying close attention to the footwork tonight. A little bit of a three-quarter court zone press from Tennessee. Trying to match up out of that.
Bolden, got it. Back-to-back threes for Alabama.
Great offense from Alabama. They're penetrating, they're getting into the lane, drawing that Tennessee defense in, only to kick it out and get threes. Here they come again.
Another one-and-done possession for Tennessee. They're shooting 23% from the field to start. James Beetle Bolden. Stays here. Good work from Davis on the offensive glass.
Alabama on a 6-0 run and shooting the basketball very well from out beyond the three-point line. Tied up by 6.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. Hey! My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise. Who's the dummy now?
Forget Allstate. Where good drivers save 40% for avoiding mayhem, like me.
Sorry! He's a baby!
Have you ever wondered what the motorcade driver drives when they're not in a motorcade? this one drives a Volkswagen Passat.
We're gonna make it, who say we can. Give it all we got and prove that we can. Together we rise with positive minds, nothing but good vibes. This is what it's like to be. Call your friends and let them know. Appreciate the love they show. Together you're unstoppable. What are you waiting for? Together.
Lovesac Sactionals, the world's most adaptable couch. Design yours online or at a Lovesac showroom near you.
Alabama sits at 12-9, but because of its extremely difficult schedule to this point, it is right on the bubble for the NCAA tournament field. Barry, here's what's left. This team has got 10 games left to go to work in the regular season.
And these home games, they lost Saturday to Arkansas here at home. Can't afford to drop this one tonight to Tennessee. But these home games are games that the Tide could and should win. LSU, of course, the toughest of those, could be a statement game for Alabama, but the road games will be critical. All of them tough, but all of them winnable. Alabama thumped Auburn in this building. If they can get Auburn or Mississippi State on the road, go 8-2 in those 10 games, they're in the tourney for sure. 7-3 gets them into the conversation, but they'll have work to do in Nashville if they only go 7-3 in these last 10.
That win over Auburn, who was ranked 4th at the time, is impressive. It can't be the only impressive mark on the resume.
Helps to be able to go on the road and have that success. Mississippi State, of course, a team getting consideration for an NCAA tourney bid. That's another good opportunity for Bama on the road.
I think the Jungle is going to remember that 20-point beatdown from a couple of weeks in this building.
Oh, Alabama and Auburn, when they're playing at Tiddlywinks, it's going to be intense.
15 of the 21 opponents this year that Alabama has faced ranked inside the top 100 in the net. There's Lewis with his 3rd basket.
With the shot clock all the way down to 3 that time. Kyra Lewis Jr. getting a shot. And Kyra Lewis Jr., his mom, really likes to have that junior included in the call. So Mama called him Junior, I'm going to call him Junior.
Yeah, I typically abide by what my mom says as well. Do not want to upset her. And that's an offensive foul drawn by Alabama. And there's the first on Pons. Nate Oates, he likes to track what he calls the blue-collar points. That's charges, that's deflections, floor dives. He made a point to bring it up. We did not have a single charge on Saturday. And John Petty takes the first.
Didn't even try to take a charge.
Lewis got the timeout.
Here's the point system that Nate Oates uses. We'll get to you when we get back. Alabama in control early, up by 8.
Americans have come to LendingTree.com to shop and compare their loans and credit cards for over 20 years. Now with the new LendingTree app, you can go beyond loan shopping and see your full financial health, including your free credit score, ongoing credit monitoring, your current cash flow, and financial future. Then, it automatically compares your current loans and credit card payments to their network of lenders and shows you where you could cut your monthly bills. Download it now to check your financial health and see how much you could save.
Well, John Petty just earned himself 4 points. He did not hit a 3 and get fouled. We're talking about blue-collar points. He just took a charge. Nate Oates, he likes to track deflections, offensive rebounds, floor dives, charges, etc. At the end of each game, Barry, he gives out the Hard Hat Award. The team leader in that category is Herb Jones, who, of course, has been out now for 2 straight games. But this is very important to Oates' philosophy about effort and energy. It is more than just scoring points. What are you doing outside of that in this system?
And there's a 1.5 points on those blue-collar points. Javian Davis, good to see him back in the game and hustling, getting that offensive board. And Alabama just forced a turnover as well with the deflection. You see the hard hats in the crowd for Alabama. This student section and the Alabama faithful getting into Nate Oates' system.
Yeah, right. I thought that was just due to the construction around Tuscaloosa, but I guess it more so has to do with the Hard Hat Award, of course. 10-point lead, by the way, for the tie. This is a 10-0 run for Alabama. Shackelford fearless on the drive, but Plavsic was right there to alter the shot. Tennessee playing without Josiah James. It's got to get something going offensively. Plavsic, you can compliment the aggressiveness for the redshirt freshman. He is not shy to look for his shot. Went for 16 over the weekend against Mississippi State. There's his first bucket.
Well, he's had some great looks during this ball game. Finally got one to go down. But Alabama, they are so fluid offensively.
Shackelford again.
Well, shot clock is ticked down 12 or 15 seconds. So Shackelford just decides, let me launch one. That young man has become a dynamic scorer for the Crimson Tide.
Averaging nearly 19 points per game his last 5. Bowden was twisting in the air. Davis is back, by the way, number 0 in white. Went down earlier with some discomfort. All Alabama in the early minutes. Lewis to Davis. Largest lead at 13 points.
In the matchup out on the perimeter, Yves Pons trying to keep up with these quick guards for Alabama. He's not able to do it. Kyra Lewis Jr. knifing through the Tennessee defense. And the Tide lighten up Tennessee here early.
We were trying to tell you about Jaden Shackelford, right?
Look out for the lefty. Jaden Shackelford, 36 threes through the first 8 games in conference play, and he can do it off the dribble. He's fantastic on catch and shoot opportunities, but Jaden Shackelford, great scorer, great three-point shooter for the Tide.
Well, you referenced that Alabama-Auburn rivalry. How about the one on Saturday? It's back. College basketball's greatest rivalry. Number 7 Duke and North Carolina in the Dean Dome. It's a sonic blockbuster. Saturday, 6 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. 252nd all-time meeting. Over the last 100 meetings, 50 wins for Duke, 50 for North Carolina.
And the exact same point total as well, correct? In those 100 games? I heard that. That one is going to be fun from, is that one Chapel Hill?
That's in the Dean Dome.
With North Carolina really struggling.
North Carolina played hard last night against Florida State. Leonard Hamilton has another exceptional team. Of course, they'll obviously walk into that matchup limping a bit. And does that rivalry galvanize North Carolina? Roy Williams sure hopes it does.
Yeah, they need something to get that Carolina blue going. Man, this is a really interesting matchup we got here tonight with Alabama's quickness. Tennessee having all kinds of trouble handling that. Tennessee's size, we saw Fulkerson get to the rim on Tennessee's last possession. See if the Vols can start taking more advantage of that size.
Well, a legal screen has just given the basketball back to Tennessee.
Tennessee, of course, a year ago, the #1 team in all the land, and a lot of roster turnover for the Vols over this last year. Those 3 guys drafted into the NBA. Lamonte Turner suffering the injury and deciding to step away from Tennessee basketball.
Had the career-ending shoulder surgery in late December. Vescovi, he has improved his three-point shooting since arriving a month ago. Good save from Lewis. Petty dancing on the 7-footer. And a whistle. Plavsic decided, I'm going to bail out my team. Second foul on the Serbian. Alabama with an 11-point lead.
he played for the Bucks. Wow. Don't worry, I can help with this.
5-Hour Energy gets you through your on-the-go life. Now it comes in 2 delicious tropical flavors that can take you to a whole new on-the-go experience. Try them both. Vote for your favorite. You could be on the go to someplace you actually want to go.
Available intelligent all-wheel drive. An in-vehicle Wi-Fi hotspot. And a new available crew van. Say hello to the new 2020 Ford Transit. Built to help your business pull ahead.
Aquafina is Nora from Queens is certified fresh.
Grandma loves Nora.
Best new comedy of the brand new decade.
Yeah!
It's Aquafina's world and we're all just living in it.
That's right!
The next hit for Comedy Central.
You're doing really good, Princess.
A hysterical high.
It's bronzed poop.
No! I'd like to reopen my bank account.
It says here you're dead.
What? What are you looking at?
Aquafina is Nora from Queens. New tonight at 10:30 on Comedy Central.
There's Mike Snowden, who, like many of the coaching staff at Alabama, is in his first season. Came over from Buffalo, where he spent a couple of years on Nate Oates' staff. A military veteran, Barry, who served on President Barack Obama's helicopter squadron staff, he said, for 3 years. He also spent 7 years in the military. There he was with Obama. Here he is with Mr. and Mrs. Biden in the White House. It has been quite a journey for Mike Snowden. So first off, a thank you to Mike for his service. He was telling us before I got into college coaching on the strength and conditioning side, he spent 7 years in the Navy, 4 years on a ship, he mentioned, and of course 3 years working the security team of Squadron 1. That's the helicopter. That is the president's helicopter.
Yeah,
so thank you, Mike.
That is a sweet detail there.
Yeah.
In D.C., handling the president.
Well, he got back into college coaching in 2013. He was at George Mason at VCU before he got hooked up with Nate Oates. So he goes from Buffalo to Alabama. Quite an inspiration, his journey. There is an offensive foul, and things are not quite going right for Tennessee in the early minutes. The Vols are shooting 27% from the field, haven't gotten many clean looks off, especially in recent minutes.
The Alabama quickness giving the Vols all kinds of trouble. James Bolden there. You see how important he is, the Crimson Tide. He missed the last 2 games with the illness, and back drawing that charge, getting those blue collar points. Second charge drawn for Alabama as they're trying to adjust. Herb Jones, such a big blow to Crimson Tide, losing Herb Jones, kind of their glue guy.
Petty, three-pointer.
Boy, Alabama, their guards are just salivating, trying to go at Tennessee's big guys out on the perimeter. The Bama quickness winning that battle so far.
5 of 10 from beyond the arc. It's the largest lead for the Tide, doubling up Tennessee.
On this end, Tennessee got to take advantage of their size, but it's hard to do that when you got to dribble against the Alabama quickness out on the perimeter. So the post-up plays, trying to get a guy open down close to the basket and pass it in instead of trying to dribble it in against the Tide. Here's a chance.
Lewis cuts off Bowden. Did they realize the shot clock is winding, and Lewis with 2 seconds on the shot clock commits the foul. So a 1-and-1 coming for the Vols. That's the first foul on Lewis. Right there on the drive, Lewis cuts off Bowden.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to drive against these Alabama perimeter players. Maybe one of the bigger guys you can get around, but Petty, Lewis, Bolden, these guys out on the perimeter are just a nightmare to try and dribble the ball against.
Now, Nate Oates has specifically challenged Lewis on the defensive side. You referenced his speed. Offensively, we see it all the time. Defensively, not so much. And that's what Oates has illustrated to Lewis. Can you bring this speed and that quickness, effort-wise, to the defensive side as well?
Yeah, that speed and quickness is going to be there every night at the defensive end of the court. He likes this matchup he's got.
Good look for Lewis. He stepped into that triple. Drew Pember some first half minutes.
Tennessee just can't get it inside. Alabama scrambling defensively, doing a nice job.
This is vexing defense right now. Pember lets it go. Pons with a crucial offensive rebound, threw it away. So there's the return of James Beetle Bolden. Vescovi knocked it out of bounds, stays here.
Alabama, it's so impressive what they're able to do with their quickness at the defensive end of the court. They're able to keep Tennessee out of the paint. And then once they get the basketball, it is a mad dash to the other end, and they look for these matchups on the perimeter.
Reese wide open. Down and out. And that might have been last touched by Conwa, so it stays with Alabama. Yeah, Barry, this is probably its best 15 minutes of defense we've seen in a while. That Arkansas game ended on a sour note on Saturday. The Hogs shot 52% from the field in the second half. They just surged by Alabama on the road in the second half to close out that win.
Of course, Rick Barnes looking to have his team sustain the effort, do what Arkansas did, keep fighting.
Reese offensive board and the stick back. The junior from Pelham went for 14 on Saturday. He's taken a big step forward, now a starter in his third year in Tuscaloosa.
Another hustle play for Alabama, getting the offensive board.
And Eve Pons with a big three.
Well, you got that right. Tennessee struggling at the offensive end of the court. Pons able to get behind that three-point line. The lead down to 11 and possession.
Here we go. Pember, three, no. And Petty with another rebound. He leads this team with more than 7 a game. Good rebounding guard. Reese for three.
Alex Reese, he has lost some weight, gotten into great condition, and become a very good three-point shooter for Alabama. He's over 34% from three-point range. No.
Couple of careless passes. And the incredible John Fulkerson with the stuff.
Well, Tennessee hanging in, still down by 12, but if they can get this lead down under 10 by halftime, they will feel so much better about life.
Little harder now. Alex Reese. That's his second triple. Largest lead of the game.
Alex Reese is feeling it. Knocked down a couple of three-pointers on the last few Bama possessions. There you go.
Fulkerson turn and score.
Well, if Fulkerson can get that all night long, Tennessee needs to really focus on getting that ball inside, passing it inside to their big fellas.
Bolden takes it in. Fulkerson right there to stuff it. Bowden right at the rim. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors Tennessee, and they need some points if we return down 13. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Zaxby's. Hand-breaded chicken and fresh ingredients made to order only at Zaxby's.
Take yourself to the islands with Zaxby's Caribbean Jerk Boneless Wings with the tropical blend of mango, habanero, and exotic island spices. The Caribbean Jerk Boneless Wings and new filet sandwich meal. 2 more reasons you're going to get a kick out of Zaxby's.
The following is a list of snow day closings due to inclement weather. All 2-wheel drive crossovers should close for the day. Wannabe SUVs should close for the day. Regular 4-door sedans should close for the foreseeable future. All Jeep 4x4 vehicles will remain open, despite the harsh weather conditions.
I switched to Miralax for my constipation. Stimulant laxatives forcefully stimulate the nerves in your colon. Miralax works with the water in your body to unblock your system naturally, and it doesn't cause bloating, cramping, gas, or sudden urgency. Miralax. Look for the pink app.
All the parts that you need to keep her on the road. For work, for school, everywhere you go. But sometimes they can be hard to find. Rock Auto's got the parts for whatever you drive. Upkeep on that work truck, you just save some big bucks. All the parts you're looking for delivered to your front door. All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto. All the parts your car will ever need. RockAuto.com.
There is nothing better than Duke and Carolina. Duke Carolina always delivers.
A Sonic Blockbuster season continues Saturday at 6 on ESPN.
From Tuscaloosa, Alabama, leading Tennessee by 13 points on some fantastic three-point shooting. 5 different players have knocked down three-point shots. Alabama using their quickness to create great shooting opportunities and taking advantage of them. 7 out of 15 from three-point range for the Crimson Tide.
I know you would have loved to play for NATO.
Oh my
He wants you to dial it up from 3. So look at the breakdown. This is points by zone on the court, if you will. At the rim, from three-point land and at the free throw line, and then look at lonely old mid-range right there. Only 4% of Alabama's points are scored in the mid-range. NATO said it was, well, around 2006, 2007 when I was still the head coach of Romulus High, right outside of Detroit. This is how I wanted to score. Big stats guy, always was into the data and the numbers, and he realized, hey, if we could take a lot of threes, get to the rim with a lot of layups, or hit the free throw line, we're going to outscore teams. And that's what Alabama has done often. Scores 82 a game. That's 4th best in the nation. And tonight, 7 of 15, Barry, from three-point land.
And a great scoring opportunity. Plavsic. Gotta work on that name. That's a toughie. He had it inside. Good chance to score, just not patient enough. But yeah, Kevin, Alabama, they are playing the modern game, shooting the three-point shots or getting layups.
There's Davis. To your point, if anything, Alabama's doing a little better job operating inside out. So for Tennessee, it's got to get more paint touches and looks at the rim.
That's it. That is still the key to basketball. The team that controls the area around the basket usually controls the game, and Alabama's been doing it with their quickness.
Plavsic going to the line, and Davis and Plavsic are exchanging words. Well, I think words from one of those two.
Words from Davis because of a shoulder that Plavsic gave him after that play was over.
Chuck Jones is saying, everybody get back to your huddles.
Watch this after the play. That forearm, that elbow to the ribs, and we're going to review it, and this is going to be a technical foul, probably a flagrant one on Plavsic. The officials discussing. You have to make a call on the court, decide what the call is before you go to the review. You can't officiate by TV monitor.
This is an excellent crew to decipher through this. KB Burdett, it looked like he called a technical immediately. We got he, Chuck Jones, Lee Cassell are going to sort through this.
We're going to get a look at this here as
clearly the foul on Davis. That was what was whistled initially. Plavsic, of course, with the elbow jammed into Davis's back. Barry, you were just talking with Lee Cassell. How is this being administered right now?
Well, it's a common foul on Davis for the rake across the wrist, and then a dead ball contact foul on Plavsic for that elbow to the back. And so the officials are going to take a look at that. And Lee Cassell explaining to me that this isn't a flagrant foul. That dead ball contact foul is kind of in its own category. This will be a technical foul on Plavsic, and that will be one technical foul toward ejection for Plavsic.
Yep.
And I think that's going to be the result of this play and the review.
The difference between 1 and 2 would be excessive and severe, and it appears from what we've seen this would be administered as a flagrant 1.
Yeah, so now
you got the confirmation from Cassell.
It's the dead ball contact foul, so this is going to be 2 shots for Alabama and the basketball. And of course, Plavsic will get his 2 shots as well because he got fouled before all that happened. So it should be Plavsic taking 2 shots with nobody on the lane, and then Alabama taking 2 foul shots with nobody on the lane, and Alabama's basketball.
Yes, and that's critical in a 15-point game.
Yeah, Plavsic frustrated. He's missed a ton of shots down around the basket, but just losing his cool there. You know, Javian Davis, it's a foul. He sees that Plavsic has a great chance to score, so Davis just trying to prevent the easy basket. Goes for the hard foul, not letting Plavsic get that ball above his shoulders. And here we get a look at it again. Davis, he's beaten, he recognizes it, so all right, I'm going to give up the foul, make this guy earn it from the foul line, and that forearm by Plavsic, and Davis turns around, getting right in his face.
Yep.
Lee Cassell explained earlier, it's a dead ball contact foul. So 2 shots and the basketball coming up for Alabama.
Yep.
Plavsic converting on 1 of those foul shots, right?
Thank you to Lee and KB Burdett, Chuck Jones. They were all came over, clearly expressed how this was going to play out.
And as you mentioned, Kevin, great officiating crew. The SEC has had a lot of guys retire and move away from the SEC a few years ago, but they have replenished the stock of excellent officials. Chuck Jones, Lee Cassell, a couple of veteran guys in the building tonight. They will maintain control of this game.
Well, I don't want to be Plavsic in that conversation.
Oh.
Being admonished there by Barnes.
You know, Rick Barnes, a class guy. Definitely doesn't want anything like that to happen with his ball club.
Alabama trying to snap a 2-game skid today with a 15-point lead. It's just the second 15-point advantage for the Tide. Petty from beyond the arc this year, 46%. That is the best percentage among major conference players, although he's missed a couple in the early minutes. Foul on the drive.
It's a large sample size as well.
Yes.
For John Petty. 144 3-point attempts coming into this game, 7 per game for John Petty Jr.
How many threes did you hit in a game? Remember?
7 was my top, the most I ever hit.
All right, Petty hit 10 in a game, and then he did it again. He has hit 10 threes in a game twice.
Is that a school record? I would guess so.
You are correct.
The Crimson Tide. And yeah, this is Nate Oates he's going to have success because he knows what he's doing. He's coaching these guys up really well. And I would think he will recruit exceedingly well also, because this is a very fun style to play.
Offensive foul. Credit Devontae Gaines, who stood in there and took the charge from the 6'9", 240-pound Davis. Gaines was giving up about 60 pounds in that matchup. Well done by the freshman from Buffalo, New York.
And Gaines took the fall there very convincingly. That's the word I'm looking for. Convincingly taking the dive to the court, drawing that foul. And Tennessee, just a minute left. Fulkerson's got a score right there.
Reposting. Going to work on Galen Smith. Foul on the floor, says Chuck Jones before the shot. And it's still, though, 2 free throws. So you just lose the chance at a 3-point play. Remember, no Herbert Jones for Alabama and Nate Oates on the other side. We are seeing players like Devontae Gaines, Olivier Kamwa, Drew Pember in the first half, because Josiah James, the McDonald's All-American who has started every game this year for Tennessee, is out for his second straight game. And that's due to a groin injury. Barry, he missed a lot of time in the preseason due to that groin injury, and that's something that you can rush back from.
Well, Rick Barnes told us today that Josiah James has dealt with that groin injury throughout this season. Well, he's been a productive player for Tennessee, but he has not been himself all season long due to that groin injury.
Shackelford has 2 free throws.
And that freshman looks like a veteran player. It's an old man play there, drawing that foul, getting the defender off balance, creating the contact, and working himself to the foul line. So impressed with Jaden Shackelford.
And we asked Nate Oates, why is he scoring more than 13 a game? Why has he earned the starting nod in conference play? Made it very simple for us. All work.
Yes.
And the work ethic is sensational for a freshman.
His dad, a high school coach, and hear stories about how Shackelford's workout routine in the mornings before he headed off to school, his dad putting him through the paces, and that hard work paying off. He has become a very effective college player in a hurry.
4:30 a.m. wake-up calls as a senior in high school to train, to lift, practice. By the way, he had to be at school at 8 in the morning as well.
And then practice after school, but he'd already had that morning workout. And so often we see it, the guys who are the hardest workers, they are the guys who are the best players.
Less than 10 to go in half number 1, and Tennessee is going to get possession here. Ricochets off of Bowden, then Shackelford, and the Vols are putting together a little run before halftime. Can it slice it back to single digits?
A nice job by Tennessee, just hanging in there. 12 Alabama turnovers. And the Vols got a chance here.
Fulkerson shuffled the feet. Runner got it. 8-point game.
Couple of big baskets for John Fulkerson near the half to trim that Alabama lead down to 8.
Tennessee ends the half on an 8-2 run to get it back to an 8-point game. Alabama with all of those 3-pointers, 6 of them of their last 10 before the break. So halftime in Tuscaloosa, Alabama up 40-32. Short timeout, halftime report when we return.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar.
Boom, and I really care what my bathroom to. Bulldozer, make room. Right that pan for me too.
Ready for more?
Bring it on.
Gatorade Zero. Get more out of zero.
You like potato.
And you like potato. I like tomato.
I like tomato.
But we'll never call the whole thing off. I feel like I'm losing my identity.
Business cards, new logo, outdoor sign.
You always get me.
Now get free 1-hour in-store pickup at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
Same time next week?
Yes.
Robinhood believes now is the time to do money without the commission fees, so you can start investing today, wherever you are, even hanging with your dog. So, what are you waiting for? Download now and get your first stock on us. Robinhood.
What's my Safe Flight story? I spend a lot of time in my truck. It's my livelihood. So I'm not taking any chances when something happens to it. So when my windshield cracked, my friend recommended Safe Flight Auto Glass.
Hi, I'm Adrian.
Thanks for coming.
No problem. Check it out.
Yeah. It came right to me with expert service where I needed it. That's service I can trust, no matter what I'm hauling. Right, girl?
Safe Flight Repair, Safe Flight Replace.
Being business partners with your best friends, it can be tough. Sometimes all for one just ain't in the cards. As long as you honor the Cowboy Code, there ain't no storm you can't weather.
The Cowboy Way premieres tomorrow at 8 Eastern, 10 Pacific on INSP Channel.
At the half, we welcome you inside our college basketball studios. Always glad to be joined by the coach, Seth Greenberg, LaFonso Ellis. I'm John Brickley. The Wooden Award late season top 20 was announced. Let's run through the nominees for the most prestigious award in all of college basketball. And among the notable names, Jared Butler for a Baylor team that has been riding that #1 spot seemingly all year long. Also included on this list, Devon Dotson for Kansas and the #1 scorer in the nation in Marcus Howard for Marquette. Pair of ACC talents as well. Duke's Trey Jones on the list. He's joined by Louisville's #1 scoring option in Jordan Nwora. And rounding out the top 20 watch list, among the notable names, Oregon's Peyton Pritchard and Obi Toppin of Dayton. So many great names, Coach. Who stands out in your minds?
I'll start with Jordan Nwora. You're talking about 6'8", can put the ball on the floor, a big-time scorer, unlimited range, shoots over 40 from the three, gets to the foul line, rebounds his position. He's got a toughness about him and really understands how to play without the ball. Uses his three-point shooting ability to set up his drive and gets to the line 5 times a game. Jordan Nwora is the real deal. And then Miles Powell, the second he gets off the bench, he's within range. You talk about logo range, he's got it because of his ability to score it. He puts so much pressure on the defense, it opens up driving and rebounding range for the rest of his teammates. Can beat you off the bounce, but more importantly, late game, makes big plays and gets to the line. Cassius Winston. Cassius Winston, no one's more important to their basketball team than Cassius Winston. He has the keys to the car, his ability to get in the lane, make plays, has the floater, shoots the three. And no one's also dealt with more this season than Cassius Winston. The ultimate winning player. This guy does it all for the Spartans. And then Vernon Carrier. Vernon Carrier, old school low post player. Can target, really good on that right block, works to the middle, is patient, can play out of a double team. Put him in a ball screen, he can roll to the front of the rim, hold the seal, or he can pick a pop and shoot the three. Vernon Carrier rebounds his position and has improved defensively. Vernon Carrier will be in that conversation. And then my man Garza. Luka Garza. No one plays harder in college basketball than Luka Garza. Creates space, can catch it on the block, holds a seal, targets, can shoot the three over, was 40%, runs the floor every single position, is a terrific screener, and oh, by the way, if you pressure him, he can put it on the floor and create an angle. That dude is for real.
And I just love Udoka Azubuike. Not a great free throw shooter, but it leads the nation in field goal percentage, does a great job of sealing up the lane. Looking for lobs on the backside. Excellent shot blocker. Has trimmed down so it allows him to be able to run the floor and stay out there and be more effective for longer periods of time, and nobody better at taking contact and finishing. And then we have Obi Toppin of Dayton. Talk about a matchup nightmare. He is one of them. 6'9", can play in the post. If you put a small guy on him, he runs you down to the post. You put a big guy on him, he takes him out on the floor and can drive him and shoot the three. Athletic runner, really good defensively as well. And then we talk about Peyton Pritchard, the ultimate closer in college basketball. Peyton Pritchard leads the Pac-12 in scoring, great off-ball screens, can get in the lane and make plays for himself and his teammates. I love when he's pushing it early, but in late game situation, you go under the screen, he will drill you from the top. Absolutely love Peyton Pritchard. And then Devon Dotson, or Devon Dotson, as we've been corrected, Seth Greenberg. Devon Dotson, the ability to be able to play out of ball screens, get in the lane, and make plays. I love it when he's out pushing it early, leads the Big 12 in scoring. So good when he's getting down the lane, making plays for himself and his teammates. Devon Dotson, incredible point guard. Marcus Howard leads the nation in scoring. Terrific off of ball screen situations, plays well without the basketball in his hands. Really good at reading screens. You go under, you chase him, he curls. You go under, he pops, and he has range all the way out to the three-point line. Marcus Howard is absolutely sensational.
So Marcus Howard, obviously one of those premier scorers this year. Luka Garza, a guy that you're high on as well, just like Coach.
Yeah, he's the most efficient player in the nation. 23 points a game, 4th in the nation. Nobody better than Luka Garza.
Luka Garza is the hardest playing player in college basketball, and he does it so many different ways. He holds a seal, he targets, he runs the floor. You can put him in a ball screen. He gets to the offensive glass, over 4 offensive rebounds a game. He is relentless in his attitude and his approach, and more importantly, he's efficient as well.
Is he your guy?
He is my guy. Garzilla. Easy on those pipes. Come on now.
You agree, Fonz?
Go yourself and have a frosty. Please.
What about you? Do you agree with Garza?
Not even close. Not even close.
There you go.
He's going to get a double cheeseburger.
It's hard to argue with a guy that's averaging a double-double. Is number 5 in the nation in scoring. Keep in mind, the award winner is going to be announced coming up on April 10th.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Pepsi Zero Sugar. All the cola flavor, none of the sugar.
New Tide Power Pods one-up the cleaning power of liquid.
Can it one-up spaghetti night?
It sure can.
Really?
Can it one-up breakfast in bed?
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, boys. What about that?
Yup.
It can?
Yeah, even that.
I would very much like to see that.
Me too.
Introducing New Tide Power Pods. One-up the toughest stains with 50% more cleaning power than liquid detergent. Any further questions?
Nope.
One-up the power of liquid with New Tide Power Pods.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can tell you, but it's like to. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can tell you.
Hi, Phil Swift here. People everywhere tell me how much they love the Flex Seal family of products.
This stuff is awesome. It really works. Best stuff I ever got.
Nothing compares to the strength of original Flex Seal. Flex Seal Liquid, Flex Shot, Flex Tape, and Flex Glue. Use the Flex Seal family of products to weatherproof and protect virtually everything. Seal up gaps, cracks, and holes, even make quick repairs underwater. And don't forget about our portable Flex Seal Minis. Flex Minis easily fit in your toolbox or glove compartment, making them perfect for quick repairs on the go. All Flex Seal products create a super strong watertight barrier, patch busted pipes, seal gushing gutters. Now you can coat, patch, seal, and repair. Imagine everything you could do with the Flex Seal family of products. Available at these fine retailers.
Looking around the SEC at half, Auburn with a 2-point advantage over Arkansas. The Tigers recently took down Kentucky over the weekend, looking to keep its win streak moving to 5 in a row. Later tonight, Mississippi State and Kentucky plus Missouri at Texas A&M. Today, it's been Jaden Shackelford, 8 points at half for the Tide, who lead by 8.
You like potato.
And you like potato. I like tomato.
I like tomato.
But we'll never call the whole thing off.
I have 23 minutes to myself this week. And the $4.99 DQ chicken strip basket is the quality my meat time deserves. Chicken strips, fries, Texas toast, ranch, and me.
DQ, happy tastes good.
The ancient Greeks had 4 words for love. The first is philia. Philia is affection that grows from friendship. Next, there's storge, the kind you have for a grandparent or a brother. Let's go. Third, there's eros, the uncontrollable urge to say, I love you. The fourth kind of love is different. It's the most admirable. It's called agape. Love as an action. This is good. It takes courage, sacrifice, strength. For 175 years, we've been helping people act on their love so they can look back or look ahead and say, we got it right. We did good.
In this city, there's magic. Magic under the lights. Rhythm on the stage. And soul in the stories. The Music City is home to the SEC Men's Basketball Tournament, and it is back in 2020, March 11th through 15th. Feel the magic and watch as the nation's top student athletes battle it out to reach the top and earn the tournament title. SEC Basketball, it just means more.
Americans have come to LendingTree.com to shop and compare their loans and credit cards for over 20 years. Now with the new LendingTree app, you can go beyond loan shopping and see your full financial health, including your free credit score, ongoing credit monitoring, your current cash flow, and financial future. Then, it automatically compares your current loans and credit card payments to their network of lenders and shows you where you could cut your monthly bills. Download it now to check your financial health and see how much you could save.
Eating better is easy when everything is done for you. Meet Freshly, chef-cooked meals ready in minutes. Choose from a weekly menu crafted by our chefs and nutritionists, and we'll deliver fresh to your door. So skip the meal prep, cooking and cleaning, and start eating healthy without the hassle. To order your chef-cooked meals, go to freshly.com today.
Welcome back to Super Tuesday, presented by Progressive. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Well, Shakira and J-Lo were booked. The ex-Pogo stunt team was pretty cool also, though. Inside Coleman Coliseum, we've got the second half upcoming. Alabama led by as many as 15. Tennessee went on an 8-1 run to close out the half. After falling behind by so many, the three-point shooting was electric again for Alabama. 7 more triples made in that first half by the Tide. With Barry Booker, Kevin Fitzgerald. That was a great halftime show, by the way, a couple of days ago. All right, so how did Tennessee close the gap a bit? How does it capture momentum moving forward?
Well, Tennessee got behind John Fulkerson. He had the perfect first half, 6 for 6 from the field, made his 2 foul shot attempts. They need to feed him, get him the basketball, and for Alabama, continue to use that quickness, get in the lane to set up those three-point shots.
Yeah, Fulkerson, the 14 points to lead the way for Tennessee. It needed that spark. It had fallen behind by 15. The offense was in disarray at times, but you've been harping on that all half. If Tennessee is going to look to take that advantage somewhere, it's got to be inside against the Tide.
Yeah, they've got that size. Alabama is trying to find the matchup on the perimeter where you got a big guy, an inside player trying to guard one of these quick players for Alabama on the perimeter. At the other end, Tennessee needs to find a situation where a guard is trying to guard one of the bigger guys for the balls inside.
I do have one more Super Bowl 54 reference, and this is a Rick Barnes. He said this the other day to the media. In times like this, when we face big deficits and we're in the midst of a 3-game losing streak, we need to be like Patrick Mahomes. That's what he said. We need to, when we're not playing our best, we got to find a way to perform our best, especially in the crunch time. So we'll see if it happens in half number 2. That was good stuff from the head man.
That's interesting. Patrick Mahomes, he's being compared to a basketball player. In Tennessee, getting the good start. They get the turnover. An offensive rebound, and here they are with a quick 2, cut that lead down to 6.
Yves Pons, 3 of 4 from the field. You're Tennessee, you got to find a way to mix in Air Pons as well offensively.
Well, Tennessee continuing to give that effort and giving themselves a chance in this ball game.
John Petty for 3. Vescovi, he's got a 3-on-2. Pulls it out. Pons can hit this 3. Reese closed out effectively. If he was heading up court, no one boxing out. Vescovi has a basket. And all of a sudden, that 8-1 run is now 12-1, stretching 2 halves to 4-point game.
Alabama on Saturday, they had the big lead against Arkansas. Let the Razorbacks get back into the game. Tennessee showing a lot of fight here to start this second half. Look at that effort diving on the floor by Gaines. He gets called for the foul, but what an effort.
They whistle him for the foul. He cut out the legs of Lewis, but look at this.
Look at the fight Tennessee is showing here. See, Kira Lewis, he's going to wait for that ball to go into the backcourt and not take a chance at an over and back violation. And Gaines recognizing that, deciding, hey, I'm going to go for the basketball. Boy, Tennessee showing some fight here to start the second half.
I think Chuck Jones, in one form or another, advised Rick Barnes to have a seat. Lewis.
Boy, Tennessee just cannot handle the quickness out on the perimeter for Alabama. Kira Lewis Jr. had all kinds of space after that little screen. He's wide open for the jumper.
Second triple, or make it the first for Lewis tonight, who had an off shooting night on Saturday. He's had a couple of 25-point games in some crucial SEC games. He's trending that way once again. The sophomore from Meridianville, up near Huntsville. The pull-up. Smith got his hand on the loose basketball, and then Vescovi got toppled down. It's a foul on Smith. So that's the 3rd on Galen Smith. And that's 3 fouls each on Nate Oates' 2 bigs, Davis and Smith.
Vescovi just took a bad shot the last trip down the court. Tennessee got to find Fulkerson. Give the man a chance. Give him some touches. Another foul.
Boy, that's 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes and 2 seconds of the second half on Smith. He goes to the bench with 4 for Alabama. And in comes Javian Davis.
For a team that lacks depth, that foul trouble big for the Crimson Tide.
Pons was falling out of bounds. Here's the freshman sensation, and that shot blocked out of bounds. Fulkerson doing the scoring. He's blocking the shots on this end as well.
Alabama, they want to push it. They want to score in a hurry. Good job by the Vols hustling back. John Fulkerson with a big swat.
Devontae Gaines with another defensive play. And the rejection, that was Reese. Shackelford doubled. Got it to Lewis. Reese dials it, wants it. Rebound Bowden.
Boy, Tennessee so much more active in the second half. They're hustling. That looked like it was going to be an easy score for Alabama. The Vols hustled back, able to not give up the easy basket.
Fulkerson turned it over. Bodies flying. There's a foul. Lewis and Gaines went tumbling.
It'll be on Gaines. Well, both teams given the effort tonight, Gaines has a run out. Looks like an easy basket. Here comes Reese to swat it away and didn't foul. Tennessee turned away.
It's a wild sequence now. If you're Gaines, if he had corralled that with two hands and then bursted forward, he wasted a little time and lost the separation from Reese.
That's the thing with those loose balls. You want to pick it up first. Don't try to dribble it. Just pick it up and then make your play.
Tennessee was down by 15 on several occasions in the first half. Got it back to 4 a few moments ago. The deficit is 7. Fulkerson fouled. The whistle goes against Reese, his first. This is a Tennessee team that is desperate to snap its 3-game losing streak and break away from the pack in the SEC.
Fulkerson has been the one guy that Tennessee has been able to count on tonight at the offensive end of the court. That time able to draw that foul and end this drought that Tennessee has had for these last few minutes of the game. His perfect night's over. Missed a shot.
Oh of 2.
Oh, tough break for the balls there. Fulkerson, 75% foul shooter. Couldn't get either shot down.
Petty a little too fancy, and he's bailed out by a foul on Gaines. Gaines exhausting all sorts of energy and effort, but he just picked up foul number 4.
Gaines is a pest. He and John Petty having a little conversation there after Gaines got a little bit more physical than Petty appreciated. Gaines with the 4 fouls. He's heading to the bench.
So Devontae Gaines, nicknamed Ticket, the big ticket. Got that nickname in high school. Has to sit down. This is one of his better SEC games.
The Kevin Garnett nickname.
Yeah. That one ping pongs out of bounds. Alabama with the 7-point lead, no longer a comfortable lead inside Coleman Coliseum. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Twix. It's time to decide.
A Sonic Blockbuster season continues Saturday at 6 on ESPN.
I've got new Mountain Dew Zero Sugar with the same refreshing taste as the original, but without any of the sugar. Here's Mountain Dew Zero.
I am thirsty.
I switched to Miralax for my constipation. Stimulant laxatives forcefully stimulate the nerves in your colon. Miralax works with the water in your body to unblock your system naturally, and it doesn't cause bloating, cramping, gas, or sudden urgency. Miralax. Look for the pink app.
Oh, it's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can tell you, but it's like to. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can tell you.
Hi guys, this is the Chevy Silverado with the world's first invisible trailer.
Invisible trailer?
And it's not the trailer right next to us?
This guy? You don't believe me? Hop in.
Good looking pickup, I will say that.
Wow.
Silverado offers an optional technology package with up to 15 different views, including one enhanced view that makes your trailer appear invisible.
Wow. That's pretty sweet.
That's cool. Oh,
That's awesome.
where's the trailer though?
I love it. It's magic.
Your devices keep tons of data about you. Where you live and what you like. What your loved ones like. And the little surprise you've been planning. How you look, and even who your friends are. When online, your devices share this data with each other. Are Are you sharing it with random strangers on public Wi-Fi as well? You never know. Connect to NordVPN and keep your online data secure and private. Download now.
Inside Coleman Coliseum, it's now a 7-point game. Tennessee recently went on a 12-1 run to get back in this one. Alabama and Tennessee, they are right on the bubble. They are outside of the tournament field. They are not one of the 6 SEC teams that Joe Lunardi projects into the tournament field. Alabama is the next closest, one of the next 4 teams out. But it is the Big Ten right now, Barry, that has 11 teams projected to make the tournament. That's 11 out of 14. Everybody's getting in from that conference. The SEC, of course, at 6. And then all the way down at the bottom, the ACC with just 3. That conference is eating itself alive right now.
And when you got more teams making the NCAA tournament field than is in the name of your conference, you're having a great year. Big Ten, 11, ACC. It's I don't remember seeing only 3 teams from the ACC, including the defending national champ, Virginia, not in the field, according to Joe Lunardi's projections today.
We have a bracketology paradox. 11 Big Ten teams in the tournament. I like that one. By the way, the Big 12, you've got Baylor and Kansas projected as 1 seeds. The last time the Big 12 had 2 1 seeds in the NCAA tournament, 2003. It's been a while.
The 10-team Big 12. Again, the Southeastern Conference just ahead of the curve with most of these other folks in college athletics.
You're anti-number in the name. Let's get the numbers out of this.
Absolutely. What happens when you expand? Come on, Big 10, Big 12.
Branding. It's all branding.
The Big 14.
That 6th team out of the SEC that is now in the field, projected that is, Big 3 from Forbes, is Mississippi State. It has Kentucky later tonight at Rupp Arena. 5 straight conference wins for Mississippi State. And oh, by the way, its last loss in conference play was at the buzzer to LSU. They actually lost at the buzzer. Remember, Skylar Mays hit that 3-pointer with Mississippi State ahead.
Well, the Bulldogs, very talented. Robert Woodard, Reggie Perry, the big guys from Mississippi State are fantastic. Along with Nick Weatherspoon, got him back playing well out on the perimeter.
Oh, the big guys for Tennessee has helped the Vols get back into this one. It's a pond slam. Flexing on Alabama. Back to an 8-point game.
And this game's so interesting. Each of these teams has a distinct advantage in this game. The size for Tennessee, the quicks for Alabama. Both teams also struggling with turnovers, man. 14 for Alabama tonight. Tennessee with 9 steals. Their hustle has kept them in the game.
Vescovi cut off by Davis. Back to Pons. They collapse on him. Offensive rebound. And just a little too much contact. Both Bolden and Davis were reaching in. It's a foul on the redshirt freshman, the 4th on Davis. So tomorrow night on ESPN, it's our NBA doubleheader. First, you've got Orlando and Boston, and then you've got Miami out in LA to take on the Clippers later on. It's a doubleheader starting at 7 Eastern with Stephen A. Smith's pregame Sports Center on ESPN and the ESPN app. Great SID at Tennessee. Tom Sitkoviak, he was wearing his Celtics sweatshirt earlier today. Of course, you've got Grant Williams selected by the Celtics last June. Had a good game last night, 13 points.
Grant Williams, undersized but effective in the NBA. It's gone to such a perimeter game these days.
It's a foul on the Bolden drive.
Nice drive by Bolden. Alabama continuing with their quickness, but Tennessee got this lead down to 6. It's foul trouble becoming a factor in this ball game. Alabama with 2 players at 4 fouls now.
And the parallel for Tennessee. Plavsic and Gaines both with 4 fouls. Free throws are going to be important.
So Alabama with that foul trouble. Got Gaines and Reese both sitting on the bench with the 4 fouls. So Tennessee an even more distinct size advantage. Although the Vols have responded to Alabama's smaller lineup by going smaller themselves. I don't think Fulkerson will be on the bench very long. We need to get him back into this game. Vols still trailing by 8.
Eight to shoot. Gaines puts it up. Lewis on the run. This is the supersonic speed. One-man fast break, but a wild shot. And now Lewis is down. Here's some of the photographers on the baseline. Bowden scores, plus the foul.
Lewis crashed into a cameraman. I think he hit his hip on one of the photographer's knees. He's back on his feet, and looks like he's walking okay. Kyle Lewis Jr., that drive off balance, and it's not much space along that baseline. He hit the back of his head, actually, on that knee. Kyle Lewis Jr. taking a seat on the Alabama bench. Tennessee turned that opportunity off the Lewis miss in the scoring opportunity at the other end. Jordan Bowden drawing the block foul. The Alabama player was in that restricted area, that little semicircle down around the basket where you cannot draw a charge. So Bowden gets the basket, a chance to trim this lead down to 5.
Yep, you've got the 5th leading scorer in the league on the bench. Bowden started 0 of 7 from the field. He's hit his last 2 shots. That big 3-pointer a few moments ago. The layup, the free throw, 5-point game.
Tennessee Vols showing that heart. They fought their way back into this game. Alabama up 15 in the first half, in complete control of things. The Vols giving themselves a chance. Good D by Fulkerson.
Another rejection. Tennessee is 8th in the country and blocks a game. There's another. Vols basketball. And the defense wiping away shots on this end of the floor.
4 guards on the court now for Alabama. They are quick but very undersized. Eve Pons going high to swat that one off the glass. Alabama losing possession of the basketball.
The streak continues. A block in every game this year for the Frenchman.
Fulkerson is going out of the game again.
Took a hit to the face. Looks like he was bleeding, a bloody nose by chance. So he's on the bench. Tennessee still attacking. Pons with some critical offensive rebounds today. He's bodying with Petty. Instead, Vescovi and the lefty can't score it. It was right there at the rim.
Looked like a really easy chance for Vescovi. Couldn't control the basketball and get it off the square.
He's just 2 of 11 from the field. Shackelford, meanwhile, he does hit in traffic. 7-point lead again for the Tide.
The poise for the freshman, getting it all the way to rim, kissing it softly off the glass.
10 points, 6th straight game in double figures for the freshman from Hesperia, California. Alabama can stretch it back to a double-digit lead after the Tennessee miss. Spin, great sleight of hand from Gaines. This looked like it was last touched by, well, they're going to say last touched by Alabama. Tennessee basketball when we return.
The hustle, the athleticism by the Tennessee Vols. Eve Pons, this block shot. Vols hanging around, down by 7.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar.
Boom, and I really care what my bump into. Bulldozer, make room. Write that pun for me too.
You ready for more? Bring it on.
Gatorade Zero. Get more out of zero.
Hello, son.
Dad, not cool.
You know what's not uncool? Old Spice After Hours and jazz.
Dad, I prefer Ultra Smooth. It handles sweat without all that jazz.
You're right, son.
Caribbean Jerk boneless wings are back with a blend of mango, habanero, and exotic island spices. And introducing the Caribbean Jerk sandwich meal with banana peppers and Caribbean Jerk sauce. Caribbean Jerk boneless wings and new filet sandwich meal. 2 more reasons you'll get a kick out of Zaxby's.
They say all good things must come to an end. So to my teammates, my family, and my fans, you deserve to hear this from me. Hulu doesn't just have live sports. According to the script they just gave me, Hulu also has your favorite cable channels plus the greatest shows, movies, and originals of all time. So it's time to say goodbye to TV as you know it. But me? I'm not going anywhere.
Robinhood believes now is the time to do money, without the commission fees and account minimums, so you can start investing wherever you are, even on the bus. Download now and get your first stock on us. Robinhood.
We gonna make it, who say we can. Give it all we got and prove that we can. Together we rise with positive minds, nothing but good vibes. This is what it's like to be. Call your friends and let them know. Appreciate the love they show. Together you're unstoppable. What are you waiting for? Together, together.
Lovesac Sactionals, the world's most adaptable couch. Design yours online or at a Lovesac showroom near you.
Alabama leads Tennessee in half number 2. This was the play right before the break. That's John Petty, the junior from Huntsville. And that floor slap and the language got him a technical foul. And yep, there you see KB Burdett, who whistles the junior for the mistake. And not a wise moment right there, as that's going to give Tennessee 2 free throws and possession, a Class A technical. That's the moment of realization there for Nate Oates.
Coach Oates looks like he's arguing about who the ball was out on, but the technical foul. We'll see Vescovi go to the foul line. Vescovi has had a really tough night shooting the basketball. He needs these foul shots to go down.
These are his first free throws. He's 80% from the line. Boy, Tennessee having fallen behind by 15 earlier today. Got it back within 5 a couple times this half. Once 4. And after the free throw, it's still going to be Tennessee basketball.
Santiago Vescovi having a really difficult night. The Tennessee guards really having trouble, although Bowden has been much better in the second half.
The Uruguayan enrolled at Tennessee in late December, got cleared by the NCAA a day before his first start. That was January 3rd. There's Pons with the 15-footer.
Pons having a nice second half. We've seen some good defensive plays. Vols got the lead down to 4 now.
No Javian Davis, no John Petty. 2 starters are on the bench for Alabama. Kyra Lewis just dribbled right into trouble there. Bowden almost unintentionally slapped that one away. It stays with the Tide. 4 seconds left of the shot clock. Kind of turned and said, whoa, there's Lewis.
There's a basketball.
Shackelford was falling away, and Lewis touched it, but he did not establish footing inbounds before he received that pass.
Yeah,
that's just as much on Lewis as it is the freshman who got caught falling out of bounds.
17 turnovers now for Alabama, helping Tennessee's cause here at Coleman Coliseum.
Well, that was the problem it had cleaned up, especially during this 8-4 stretch. Cutting down to the turnovers. But tonight, too many. And Jordan Bowden is starting to catch fire a bit in the second half. It's a 2-point game.
The veteran guard for Tennessee, Bowden, very effective here in the second half. Now those long jumpers, Alabama players not quite as comfortable as they were early in this game when things were rolling in their direction. They had the big lead early. Now they got to be thinking about the Arkansas game on Saturday where they had the big lead early and it got away from them.
That was an 11-point lead in the first half that Alabama lost. It had an 8-point lead in the second half that it lost and fell to Arkansas. I mean, this is exactly what Nate Oates talked about postgame. We still have lacked consistency maintaining our focus for 40 minutes. It hasn't been this close, pardon Barry, since the 13-minute mark of the first half. Tennessee led 3-2, and then that was it. We're tied.
Well, the Vols have fought uphill all night long, and now they have evened the scales now. As we get down in the last few minutes of this ball game, the Vols have a good chance to pick up a road win. It's just a must win for Alabama. Their NCAA tourney hopes teetering here.
Another block by Fulkerson. Forbes saved it. Lewis fires. It's good. So he gets 3.
The Bama quickness. They get into the lane, draw that defense in. That leads to the easy 3-point shot.
Foul against Reese.
Good job by Vescovi feeding it inside to Fulkerson. But how about Bama at the other end of the court? Kyra Lewis Jr. on the drive. Petty on the drive. Kyra Lewis Jr. on the finish. Great job by those Bama guards moving the basketball, getting the open look.
Back to a 1-point game once more. And a timeout. Tennessee. Alabama once led by 15. Now it's a 1-point game.
New Tide Power Pods one-up the cleaning power of liquid.
Can it one-up spaghetti night?
It sure can.
Really?
Can it one-up breakfast in bed?
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, boys. What about that?
Yep.
It can?
Yeah, even that.
I would very much like to see that.
Me too.
Introducing new Tide Power Pods. One up the toughest stains with 50% more cleaning power than liquid detergent. Any further questions?
Nope.
One up the power of liquid with new Tide Power Pods.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier.
My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
There is just something magical about this rivalry.
A Sonic blockbuster season continues Saturday at 6 on ESPN.
Duke, Carolina always delivers.
We've got SportsCenter later tonight, 11 Eastern. And it's with Kenny Mayne and John Anderson. They'll break down the Bucks and Pelicans game. Zion against Giannis. Tim Lechner's going to look at just how absurd Damian Lillard has been playing of late. He's in another stratosphere, averaging close to 50 points a game his last 6. And then Woj is tracking all the trade rumors around the NBA at SportsCenter after Mississippi State and Kentucky on ESPN. Oh, look at this game out at Fayetteville. Auburn just took down Kentucky inside Auburn Arena. Game day was on hand, and the Hogs have a 9-point lead over Auburn. Arkansas would get to 17-5, by the way, with that win.
And the SEC's leading scorer, Mason Jones, lighting up the Auburn defense. 29 for Mason Jones.
5 triples tonight for Jones. He's following up a 30-point performance here from Saturday.
That young man making a case for SEC Player of the Year. Mason Jones from Arkansas. And Alabama continuing to have the ball handling trouble. Another turnover, number 17.
Oh, they had the chance at a loose ball right there. Instead, Devontae Gaines bounces on. This is Bowden for 3. Right back to him. Wow, Alabama falling apart, not getting the defensive rebounds, plus the turnovers.
And the scoring pace of this game has come way down. Alabama at halftime had 40 points. Only 53 now, so 13 points in nearly 12 minutes of second half action. Tennessee has the pace of this game where they want it. They're pounding Bama on the backboards and forcing a bunch of turnovers on Nate Oates' club. The Tide in trouble here at home at Coleman Coliseum.
Alabama shooting 4 of 15 from the field in the second half. And look at the word, if you will, underneath Tennessee. It's in the double bonus. Alabama, it's got ways to go before it hits the double bonus. 8:23 mark of the second half, and Tennessee shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way.
Rick Barnes pulling Fulkerson out again. Fulkerson's having such a good ball game for Tennessee. And with the Vols about to take the lead here, Rick Barnes deciding, hey, I can give my big gun a little rest here for the home stretch.
It's the first lead since it was 3-2, a minute into the game. Alabama led by 15 at one point in the first half. 8 at the break. Now it trails. Petty back onto the floor. Turns and scores.
Over Eve Pons, John Petty Jr. able to hit that basket in the paint.
Bowden dials it up, down and out.
Well, Vescovi looked like he had the layup, decided to dish it off to Bowden. Just couldn't get that jumper down.
Lewis got a little separation and missed. Tennessee trying to snap the 3-game losing streak, recalibrate this season towards the chance at an NCAA tournament bid. It's got a lot of work to do. Trying to retake a lead inside Coleman Coliseum. And oh, that is consecutive threes that have rattled down, out, down, and out. It's a game again with 7:14 to go.
You like potato.
And you like potato. I like tomato.
I like tomato.
But we'll never call the whole thing off.
Pepsi Zero Sugar. All the cola flavor, none of the sugar.
It's just ridiculous how good this is.
We're destined for greatness. Nobody
it is the best rivalry, not just in college basketball, but in all of sports. There is nothing better than Duke and Carolina.
Mash it, so I'm mashing again.
Oh, America, are you serious?
There is just something magical about this rivalry.
A Sonic Blockbuster season continues Saturday at 6 on ESPN.
Duke, Carolina always delivers.
You're not going to drive without insurance. That's as crazy as starting a skunk farm in your backyard.
Easy, Petunia. Back up. Sea breeze. I gotta call the General.
Thinking of driving without insurance? Don't delay because you've missed a few payments. From your home.
And on your phone.
The General has affordable rates even with less than perfect credit.
Just got insurance from the General. Smell you later.
For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
I used to have to go in to
to the auto parts store. Paid too much, never find quite what I'm looking for. Now I just go online to Rock Auto and see all the parts my car will ever need. Lower prices, more parts, more brands. It's so easy to find the right parts fast. All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto. All the parts your car will ever need. RockAuto.com.
Our first edition of Duke in North Carolina this season. The last 100 meetings, 50 wins for the Blue Devils, 50 wins for the Tar Heels. Saturday.
It must be February. And how about Alabama? Hoping their February is strong and they can ride it into March. But, man, they have struggled in the second half at the rim. Only 20 points for them tonight. They've been strong beyond that three-point line, but Tennessee has made hay from the foul line, while Alabama has only generated 5 points from there.
That's right. Zoom in on that line and that point total at the free throw line. Another basket for Tennessee. Just 5 for the Tide. Tennessee, on the other hand, 16 of 22 from the stripe. It's shooting 2 free throws the remainder of the game. Backdoor cut. Shackelford, who had been quiet in the second half, now has his second basket post halftime.
Great execution for each club coming out of that timeout. Both teams get an easy basket.
Fulkerson has done his work in the paint.
There
he gets there, doesn't get the roll.
Love the play, though, for Tennessee, getting Fulkerson that shot inside. Now Alabama trying to use that quickness.
Lewis, extra pass, Shackelford. Rebound, Johnson.
Looked like Shackelford was a little farther out than he wanted to be on that shot attempt. Good ball movement from Alabama. They got him a good chance. I don't think he was ready for it, though.
Looked like one of those Damian Lillard threes.
A three in any league.
Alabama, one of Joe Lunardi's next 4 teams out. It's got 10 games left in the regular season to go to work. And it is a blocking foul on Petty. He has been teed up once. Flashing emotion after this call.
Boy, this is a tough call on John Petty. Yves Pons with that drive to the basket. This one can go either way. Pons has that shoulder down. I mean, the official can't be wrong there. It can go either way, and I think the earlier call against John Petty, you don't want to get on the wrong side of the officials. When those 50-50 calls, if you've been polite, if you've helped the officials out, maybe you get that one. But Petty getting the block.
Pons missed them both. No one else was getting that rebound besides Petty.
Well, he is a great rebounder from the guard position. He's leading Alabama in boards. You can see the ability on that last one.
Oh. Lewis with the English off the glass. Vescovi drops it off for Fulkerson.
Good idea. Keep feeding the big man. And the home crowd trying to will Alabama to victory. Look at this shot by Kira Lewis Jr. The angle, it looks like he has no chance to make that reverse, but he puts a little extra spin on it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Look at that thing. Put that English, as you called it, Kevin Fitzgerald. Spinning it in, and that is a nominee for the SportsCenter Top 10, absolutely.
Took off from the right block, scores it off the left side of the window. And it's Alabama by
again.
1. Lewis again.
Or you're so worried about Lewis kicking it out to the corner for Shackelford that the help didn't get there to take away the layup. Kira Lewis Jr., couple of lay-ins for Alabama, keeping this crowd alive.
16 points for Lewis, 10 in the second half.
Getting to the basket once again, where Alabama has had their most success offensively. They've been able to drive that ball into the lane and either score or set up good three-point shooting opportunities. Tennessee's success has come from just hard work, hitting the offensive boards, feeding the ball inside to their big man Fulkerson, and see if they can find Fulkerson on this trip.
If that foul is on Davis, he's gone with 4:31 to go.
Back to the foul line. Smart move by Jordan Bowden on that play. Getting the big man out away from the basket and just driving it right at his hip to draw the block. Nate Oates taking his time here to make the substitute, getting a chance to chat with his team a bit.
So it's the third time Javian Davis, the redshirt freshman, has fouled out this year. He has been very effective inside for Alabama, especially of late. He takes a seat. With 4:31 left, he's going to be squirming sitting down on that bench watching this one play out. Alabama's 15-point lead disappeared in this second half. It actually had fallen behind by a point on several occasions in recent minutes. The lead is 2, and Bowden and the Vols continue to feast at the free throw line in this second half.
Well, Tennessee, they have just fought and clawed their way in this ball game. Alabama coming off a close loss. Of course, Tennessee riding a 3-game losing streak. Neither team with a lot of confidence in this situation. I think Alabama, though, coming off the home loss against Arkansas, they may be feeling the pressure even more than Tennessee.
You don't want to drop back-to-back at home. Reese, careless pass. 19 Alabama turnovers. And Reese just got whistled for the foul. He has fouled out.
It's not a smart play there with the 4 fouls. Try and reach all the way around Jordan Bowden here to get the poke away. And no doubt he hit his arm. An obvious foul call. So Tennessee going to go back to the foul line once again. 2 big men for Alabama now have fouled out. And their 3rd big man, Galen Smith, he's sitting on 4 fouls.
Frustration.
Yes. And lack of composure. We've seen several Alabama players tonight getting upset with the officials, losing their cool. These last 4 minutes of the game, the game in the balance. That poise and composure going to be a big factor.
Tie game.
Kira Lewis Jr., 2 and white, has been the dominant force for Alabama offensively these last few trips down the court. Jordan Bowden trying to lock him up.
Turnover. Vescovi. Offensive rebound to Pons. Alabama has turned it over 20 times today, but it's tied.
The turnovers, the offensive rebounds for Tennessee, working their way to the foul line.
The lob, and Fulkerson with the jam.
And Fulkerson has been the big factor in this game for Tennessee, continuing his career night here at Coleman Coliseum.
Timeout, Alabama. Tennessee's ahead. Can it close it out next? ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Progressive Insurance. Get slam dunk savings today. Visit progressive.com. And in part by Miralax, it works with the water in your body to unblock your system naturally.
I switched to Miralax for my constipation. Stimulant laxatives forcefully stimulate the nerves in your colon. Miralax works with the water in your body to unblock your system naturally. And it doesn't cause bloating, cramping, gas, or sudden urgency. Miralax. Look for the pink app.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can tell you, but it's like to. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can tell you.
5-Hour Energy gets you through your on-the-go life. Now it comes in 2 delicious tropical flavors that can take you to a whole new on-the-go experience. Try them both. Vote for your favorite. You could be on the go to someplace you actually want to go.
We've got a 2-point game for you inside Coleman Coliseum. Alabama had led by as many as 15 in this game. Now it's Tennessee by 2 with Barry Booker, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. What's the key statistic that you're pointing to that shows how Tennessee got back into this game?
It's the foul shots. Tennessee working their way to the foul line, doing a great job from that standpoint, and they've slowed the tempo of this game. Alabama was ripping up and down in the first half. They scored 40 points in the first half. It has been half court at a time here in the second half. Tennessee playing great defense, doing a great job on the boards, and the 20 turnovers for Alabama.
Too many.
That's ridiculous.
Going back to the free throw line. 28 taken by the Vols compared to 8 by Alabama. And for the Crimson Tide, Alex Reese, Javian Davis have both fouled out. Galen Smith is playing with 4 fouls. Boy, the 20 tonight for Nate Oates' team. And look, they're still within 2. They've got somebody named Kyra Lewis
yes,
who can galvanize them to a victory. These 2 teams are in dire need of a win. Alabama's lost back-to-back. Tennessee has lost 3 in a row. These are 2 teams with NCAA tournament aspirations. Can they break away from the pack in the SEC? One team is going to do it tonight. After the Bolden miss, Vols basketball.
And the 3-point shots are tougher at this stage of the game with the pressure on, with your legs a little bit weary. Alabama relying on those threes, struggling. Tennessee relying on the inside play.
Bowden, he has ignited in the second half.
And everything is happening for Tennessee down in the paint near the basket. The Vols controlling things.
There's Smith.
Finally, Alabama gets a score down around the basket.
Vescovi fires. Fulkerson with 8 seconds. No reset. The ball never hit the rim. Bowden. Here it goes. And a foul.
And that's 5 on Smith now. He fouled Vescovi. Jordan Bowden recognized that the shot clock was winding down. Smith thought he had a chance to go get that basketball, but Vescovi flashes in there. Got between Smith and the basketball, and Smith can't believe it. And all 3 Alabama big men sitting on the bench with 5 fouls.
Well, we've got a 2-point game here in Tuscaloosa. Elsewhere around the SEC, top left corner of your screen, we've got 1 game going to overtime. Will there be 2 games headed to overtime in the SEC tonight? So Auburn storms back from a double-digit second half deficit to force overtime. Does Alabama have a similar run in it? You've referenced the word composure at times in the second half. And it seems like the composure, it's swinging towards the side of the Vols.
It has definitely moved toward the Vols here in this second half. They have controlled tempo. They've been able to get to the foul line just a ton in this second half. And now Alabama got 5 guards on the court right now for the Crimson Tide. All 3 of the big men have fouled out. So can Tennessee guard these quick Alabama players?
Lewis, nope.
Nice job by Jordan Bowden. Great D.
Alabama shot 52% from the field in the first half. In half number 2, 37%.
90 seconds left.
Vescovi got it, poked away. Alabama ball.
I think that's a foul on Vescovi, trying to recover that basketball.
It is his second.
Kira Lewis Jr. had the poke away, got his hands on that basketball, and man, what a big play. Alabama down by 4 already, forcing that turnover.
So now Alabama into the bonus on the next whistle. 2 timeouts left for both clubs, 1:23 to go. Tennessee was once down by 15, now leads by 4. A wild shot from Bolden. And Alabama needs some terrific defense.
Bowden needs to hang on to that basketball. He's the veteran player.
Margin for error, very slim for the Tide. Bowden, 15 of his 20 points past halftime. He gave it away. Stays with Alabama.
And we may get a review here. No, they're not going to take a look. Alabama getting the possession. Chuck Jones saying, I'm sure about it. I'm sure about my call here. Alabama basketball.
Lewis to the paint. Finds Petty.
Jordan
Timeout,
Bowden.
Alabama.
Jordan Bowden again playing great defense on Kira Lewis Jr. But John Petty slicing along that baseline. Big basket for Alabama. And they get it with 40 seconds left in the game, so they don't have to foul. Good D by Bowden, but Pons fell asleep on the side, on the corner, guarding Petty. So Alabama, they don't have to foul here, but they have to come up with a rebound, and that is going to be a challenge with this 5-guard group that Alabama is playing with here at the end of the game due to the foul trouble.
Can that play galvanize the Tide, who offensively have tipped towards a lot of one-on-one basketball drives to the rim? You got a heady player there, makes a smart cut to the rim to get the tie back within 2. 1 timeout left for Alabama, 2 for Tennessee. We've got bonus free throws the rest of the way. 2 for the Tennessee, rather, on the next whistle. Alabama in the bonus. Tennessee basketball, 40.1 to go.
Tennessee has not executed. They've tried to work the clock down on these last couple of possessions. The last 2 possessions for the Vols have ended with turnovers. I think in this situation, they should just play. Don't worry about the clock. Just play offense.
Timeout, Rick Barnes. 26.8 left, 17 of the shot clock.
Can Rick Barnes dial up a play to get an easy basket coming out of this timeout? Last time out of the timeout, Jordan Bowden got a layup. If Tennessee can get a basket here, Alabama will be in serious trouble.
Well, the last time Tennessee erased a 15-point deficit and won, it was against Alabama 2 years ago.
3 years ago, that would have been in Knoxville. So here on the road here in Tuscaloosa, a bigger challenge for the Tennessee Vols. They're in great position right now with this 2-point lead. They're in the double bonus. So if they can get something heading toward the basket, try to score or get fouled, and also the offensive rebounding. Small lineup on the court for Alabama. Tennessee a great chance to crash the boards and get an offensive rebound.
The Vols desperate to snap the 3-game losing streak. Can they close it out? Can a road win like this galvanize the season? Bowden red hot in the second half. The senior has performed when he has needed to. On the drive. And it's Penny with the rebound. A timeout for Nate Oates left to the bank. 14 seconds. Alabama down by 2. Lewis on the drive. Finds Forbes. Pons blocks it. And he's fouled. 4.6 left. Pons will have 2. If he hits them, Tennessee may be walking out of here with a win.
How about the size for Tennessee coming through? Jordan Bowden has been so good defensively. Kira Lewis Jr. has not been able to score against Jordan Bowden. So Bowden forces the pass, and then Yves Pons comes over with a shot block. A small group on the court for Alabama. When that ball got down close to the basket, the Tennessee size came into play, and Pons another big block shot.
Crucial free throws.
Yves Pons, a 70% foul shooter. And if he can make this one, it will just about seal things. And so Nate Oates deciding he'll let Yves Pons think about this second one for a little while.
The league's leading shot blocker makes maybe the game-winning play on the defensive side, and maybe sinks the game-winning free throws on the other end. He's got one more coming.
And during this game, it looked like Tennessee was toast. It looked like they could not guard the Crimson Tide. Alabama 40 points in the first half, but the second half, Tennessee slowed them down, made them play in the half court. And the Vols defense has been fantastic this second half, and appropriately, Yves Pons with a block shot, helping Tennessee to possibly seal this ballgame.
So what's being set up right now? There's one more free throw left for Yves Pons. If he misses it, Alabama gets it. It's got to go. 4.6 left. What's the dialogue like here, especially for the Tide as they await this free throw?
Yeah, Alabama discussing how they want to run this play. They've got enough time. I think they'll throw it in just above the three-point line. Try to throw it in above the three-point line to a guard who's, well, they only got 5 guards. The only players on the court are guards. They'll try to throw it in to a player heading toward the Alabama basket. Still plenty of time to push it down the court. But if Yves Pons makes this free throw, it'll be academic. Tennessee will have this one wrapped up.
Nate Oates' team had a 15-point lead. Tennessee whittled it to 8 at the half. Can it clinch it here with a free throw? Yves Pons at the stripe. 2 of 6 tonight. Four-point lead. Tennessee comes into Coleman Coliseum and wins one on the road. It erases a 15-point deficit. And on the strength of John Fulkerson and Jordan Bowden in the second half, it galvanized the Vols to a win. The largest come-from-behind win of 15 points or more since 2017 against these same Crimson Tide players.
A tough blow for Alabama. They lose 2 games at home to Arkansas and to Tennessee in this homestand. Take a big blow to their hopes for making the NCAA tournament.
It had been 4 years since Tennessee lost 4 in a row. It will stay that way. Tennessee snaps the 3-game skid back to 13-9, and maybe this galvanizes the Vols the rest of the way. Thanks so much for joining us. For Barry Booker, producer Andy Bach, I'm Kevin Fitzgerald, telling you we got college football live coming up next. So long from Tuscaloosa.